We begin at 6 o'clock with iTeammate and one of the largest financial scams in Indiana history. We first told you last week the man at the center of the $200 million scheme, Tim Durham, once out of federal prison.
And that story has now sparked outrage among many of his 5,000 victims. Now they're reaching out to iTeammate's Richard Essex.
Tim Durham and his partners cheated more than 5,000 investors. Many of them lost their entire life savings. Don Russell and his family lost $470,000. To say he is bitter is an understatement.
I hope you rot in jail, my friend. I said, you took my mother and you don't understand that.
Don Russell contacted me after our story last week about Tim Durham. Russell told me his mother died 29 days after the FBI raided Durham's Fair Financial offices in Ohio. His 82-year-old mother had $125,000 invested in Durham. It was her life savings.
She kind of went out of her mind a little bit and just said, oh, my money, my money. And she just couldn't deal with it because it's all she had, you know.
The loss of his mother's money weighs heavy on Russell. He said that he advised his mother to invest in Fair Financial. At the time, the company had a 9% rate of return, and they had a solid reputation.
And then she lost it all, you know. Devastating to watch her go through this, and she just had no will to live after this happened.
According to federal prosecutors, Durham and his partners used the company to fund a lavish lifestyle of fast cars and big houses. According to the Indiana Election Division, Durham donated more than $750,000 to Indiana Republican campaigns. The money bought influence and a seat at the table with a fast crowd. Russell and his wife lost $350,000. The loss of the money is eating him alive.
I would be so consumed by something for so long. And as I said, you know, I know by not turning loose of it, it's affected my health. I was a healthy guy for a lot of years. I ran and been working out, but I'm to the point now where I can't hardly walk across the room without being out of breath. And I attribute all this to him. I'd like to thank you very much, Tim, for really affecting my world.
He told me this morning that he and his family have recovered less than $40,000 from Durham and his partners. The courts have returned $18 million, or 9%, of the money Durham and his partners cheated out of investors.
It's been a real struggle. It's devastating to have something happen to this. I've never been through anything at all that can compare to this for the last 13 years.
Tim Durham has the rest of the week to convince a federal judge that a series of errors by his attorney is the only reason that he was convicted and sentenced to 50 years, and that he should be set free as soon as possible. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, iTeammate.
We are not expected to have a decision from the judge this week. It could take up to months to render a decision.